Hello again everyone, welcome back to another video. This is round 3 of basically the new lake swim. Hopefully you've seen the 2 videos prior to this. If you haven't, it might be worth going back on the channel looking at those first, because then this video makes sense rolling on from the last one, which rolled on from the first one. It's Wednesday the 12th of February, so you'll probably see this the end of February, start of March. I'm getting myself in front with videos to make sure that I keep giving you a video at least on a Saturday, but I'm trying to do Wednesdays as well. I've just got here, I'll spin you around, show you the lake, and then we'll get set up. But today we're going in with maggots only, that's it. So if there's a fish on my spot, we're going to have one today. So let me spin you around, show you the lake, see what's happening, what the conditions are. Well, the conditions are miserable, cold, damp, wet, winter, northeasterly still, with I think they're swinging later to a northwesterly. Yeah, lake looks void of fish already, doesn't it? There's one of those lesser egrets going across there, look. That's it, he's done the off. Let's hope the fish haven't. I was hoping to see some little bubbles showing this morning. I've got here early. I've seen nothing. I've walked the lake, I've had a look up that end there as well, nothing. Have had a walk right the way back at the other end of the lake, nothing. So yeah, we're just going to get some rods set up, get some kit out, and see what happens today. Okay, I'm going to get one rod out straight away, and then we'll go through in detail a bit more of the rig, etc. But a quick rundown, it's the same setup as always for me. The Korda tubing on their sleeve, 2.5 ounce running lead, the Korda anti-tungsten sleeve, dark matter hook link as always. On the end, massive bunch of maggots on a micro ring swivel, and then I'm going to hoop on a massive stocking again, purely because it worked in the other lake, and I found that I could trap the hair with this. But we will go more into detail on the next rod, but for now I just want to get one out there just in case. It's all about maximising my time today. So let's just hook that on there, trap the hair in there, hook that through there. Big old bag. Right, now there's actually a rod out, we'll go through the rig in a bit more detail. So, bait is obviously going to be maggots, which I've threaded a load onto the baiting floss using a needle. I'll just keep them there. Then the actual rig itself, I've got a micro ring swivel I've tied on the end of what is my hair, a knotless knot, straight to a gardener talon hook, a red kicker to imitate a maggot, and then about 6 inches of the Korda dark matter hook link that I use, just figure of 8 loop knot at the top. Then with the maggots we've threaded on the bait floss, all I'm going to do is, it's easier said than done with my fingers, is thread the end, come here, thread the end through the end of the micro ring swivel without licking maggot juice. Right, that's that on there. And then all we're going to do is just tie 3 overhand granny knots. That'll be plenty. 1, 2, 3. I've got no scissors here, but you can get the gist. I cut the tag end off so it disappears. So that's what it'll look like. Right, the idea of having a rig ring, a micro ring swivel, sorry, not a rig ring, a micro ring swivel on the end instead of a rig ring, is when the hook lays flat and the maggots are moving, they can turn around because the maggots will move. And if you just have a rig ring on, all that'll happen is your hook will keep doing this. It will keep flipping, it could everywhere. It's not really a good presentation. The micro ring swivel stops that, it lets the maggots move but keeps the hook laying flat. So now I'm going to cut the tag end off. Then I'm going to tie a big old bag up, because you'll see I've got a bucket, and in that bucket, let me take my needle out before I lose it, we have got loads of red and bronze maggots. I didn't want white purely because of the fluoro aspect. I don't know if it'll bring the crayfish in or not, who knows. But for now I'm going to chop this tag off. I'm going to get a PVA bag tied up, and then we'll show you exactly, basically, what I've just cast out. Let's have a look at the end set then, because for a shock it's not changed, it's the same as always, but just in case you're new, Korda dark matte tungsten tubing, I've got sliding lead, I've got one of the Korda run rig sleeves that fits in the tubing fits in, designed for that, and then a dark matte tungsten anti-tangle sleeve. I've just shown you the rig, but I will show you hooking on the bait because that's quite important. You'll see the hook's been sharpened as well. I'm going to have maybe do a little video on hook sharpening later today, possibly, because it's something I haven't covered yet. But all I'm doing with the maggots, you'll see, look, that looks horrific. It's going to cast like an absolute pig. I'm fishing 5 wraps out, so it really isn't going to matter. So you hook the bag on one end like that, and then with the hair, tuck the hair inside, and you've left a little tag again, like I've mentioned before, and then you hook the tag over the top of the hook. So now it looks like that. That hair cannot tangle in flight. It cannot tangle. There's a big bag of maggots. They're going to spread. I'm not spamming today or nothing like that. The maggots are going to bait up for me. The bag's going to melt, and they're going to crawl all around the silt and spread out. So they're going to bait up for me. So let's get this one in and see what happens. You can feel it fluttering its way down. It's such a big parachute it's pulling down. But she's on the deck. We're in the silt again. Nice, that's all 3 out. We're fishing now. Next thing, kettle. Oh, cheers all. First cup of tea. Well, the rods have been in maybe half an hour now, I suppose, messing around. All the maggot rods have been in half an hour. Today is the last day I'm giving this spot a chance, basically. It's 1-0. I had won the first session, I blanked the second. Today's like the last roll of the dice. If I catch off it, I will fish on that spot again, but if I don't, I'm going to start moving to a different area, because I still don't know if I fluked just a single fish that first cast out in here, because I've had nothing since and no indication since. Again, that's why I mentioned at the start of this video, if you've not seen the other 2 videos, this one won't make as much sense sort of as if you had watched them, you know. But you don't have to, just carry on watching this one. Who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, maggots on both rods. If they don't do a bite off that spot, then I'm going to write the spot off basically, and I'm going to have a move around somewhere else next time, or I might go back on the main lake again if it's quiet. The weather has actually warmed up a bit. The wildlife's moving a lot more as well today. Even though it should be colder today, it actually feels a little more warmer than yesterday. Yesterday was horrendous. I could have come yesterday and I just walked outside and it chilled you to the bone. So I thought, no, leave it, go tomorrow. As it stands, I'm the only person on the complex on this lake. I believe there's 2 people on the main lake. So midweek in winter, yeah, it's going to be quiet. But for that, I'm going to drink a cup of tea and have one of them bad boys. I've got them today. What they Foxes? What? Fabulous milk chocolate rounds. Speaking of rounds, they won't be around for long, because when that packet gets open, they're getting done. But I'm going to spin you lot back round so you don't see me stuffing my fat little face, and see if one of those bobbins moves today. So yeah, fingers crossed. Right, I've given the zig about half an hour, 45 minutes where it is, so I'm going to wind it in. Maybe push it a bit further out, see if I can pick something up there. Just check all the maggots are still on it. As you'll see, the old rain's kicked in again. Same old, same old. These lines again, they're going super slack down to the water now. There's a couple turned up just over the other side. Oh, excuse me, I feel bunged up and coldified today. That one's going right out there now. I'm not changing the fluorocarbon line purely because that zig's getting till lunchtime. If it hasn't gone, I'm switching that to a bottom bait, and I'm going to chuck bags of maggots randomly every 20 minutes, half an hour. If I spin back round, you'll see today, have a brolly. I'm not sitting in the rain today. That is a cheap and cheerful 25 quid NGT brolly. That is well worth 25 quid to stay dry today, plus the camera. You can see everything's under there. So I'm going to get back under there, car out the rain, put the kettle back on and spin you around and show you the lake again. Well, while I'm sitting under the brolly, just before I put the kettle on, I'm just going to take the time again to say thank you very much to everyone for liking, sharing, subscribing, interacting, commenting, all of that business. I say it every video, I always will, because I genuinely mean it. It's you lot that make the channel what it is. So yeah, again, thanks very much. And if you are new to the channel, have a look through, see what's on there. There's a few vids on there. There's going to be a lot more coming this year. And yeah, if you fancy sticking around, click the old subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you nothing, massively helps me out. And for you regular subs, don't forget the thumbs up, please. Anyway, I'm going to spin around, let you look at the lake, and I'm going to have a cup of tea under my little umbrella. It's a good day to be a wally and a brolly. If it was summertime in this rain, I'd be a lot more confident. All that's happening at the moment is even more cold water's falling out the sky and going into the lake that's already freezing. I can't say I'm massively confident, if I'm honest. It's still early, it's 10:30, but if the fish were there, I reckon I'd have already had a bite, if I'm honest. But who knows, maybe the feeding spell, because winter has different feeding spells, doesn't it? Maybe it's an afternoon spell, but the bite came early morning when I got here, didn't it? Half an hour being in, I had a bite. So, I don't know. Oh, the rain's easing off now, though. Comes and it goes, doesn't it? Anyway, I need that drink. Oh, by the way, biscuit update. There is no biscuits, they're gone. You only get bloody 8 in a packet of them. What good's that to anyone? 8 little of them chocolate things? That's like a snack pack. So the left hand rod, as you'll see, I've just chucked way to the left. That's the last cast I'm making with that having a zig on it. I've put it on the spot where I think I see a fish show on the Sunday. But then as soon as I put a rod on it, a bloke went in the peg literally 2 minutes after I'd cast in there. So I never really got a chance to fish it. So I'm going to try that for about 45 minutes or so. In the meantime, I'm going to tie another maggot rig up, the same as what you've seen on the middle and right hand rod. I'm then going to swap the left hand rod exactly so they're set up the same as the middle and right hand rod, and that's going to be a maggot roaming rod, chucking all around to my left out in front, all little like golf ball sized bags of maggots to try locate where any kind of fish are, because if these 2 rods on the bait don't go today, I need a backup plan, and so far I haven't got one. So that may pick up a fish and show me where I need to be fishing as opposed to where I'm fishing at the moment, because one of those 2 maggot rods should have gone. I kind of know in the back of my mind I should have caught a fish already, but I'm going to stick it out today just to give it a chance, just in case it is that they're coming onto it during the afternoon. But for now I'm going to get, like I say, another rig tied up, get the kettle back on, and then yeah, I'll most likely see you for a recast, or even better, a fish on the mat would be better, wouldn't it? So yeah, see you in a bit. Well, nothing's happened on the zig, so this rod is now set up. Just a smaller bag of maggots, same rig, big old pile of maggots on there, hair in place. Let's go. Maybe from that cast you'll see I've gone quite long to start with. I'm going to go long while nobody's here, because somebody could turn up and go down that bottom end and start fishing, and I can't then do what I'm trying to do. So I thought, while no one's here, chop the rig long, see if there's anything there. Then I can start gradually creeping back, working along the edge, working over that edge, and just sort of like, I'm just going to dot them around like loads of little landmines of maggots are going out there, and until I pick a fish up, if at all. But in the meantime, obviously I've got these two sitting on the baited spot, or what I believe was a baited spot. So yeah, all three are on the bottom of maggots now. Something I noticed as I was sat in the middle shelter there, I was going to do the rod, I noticed this. I was just climbing up the bank. Stuff like this. Just crap like that laying around. And how can you go home and forget that? You don't forget that. It's just been, someone's just got in a mess and chopped that off. So if you ever see anything like that, just get rid of it. It isn't good for wildlife. I tell you what, I don't know what line that is as well, but I normally use thick line, and that's a lot thicker than I use, but we'll dispose of that. Don't think my phone will pick it up very well. The kingfisher's sitting over there. There he is. I'm zoomed into the max. Hopefully you've just seen that I've brought that rod in, and I've decided to put it just off the edge of these reeds, just halfway along in between this peg and the next one, just to see if there's anything floating close in, because it dawned on me all three rods are fished in the deep water. I've got nothing in the shallower bit, so I'm just going to try that there. You could hear some background noise. You'll see there's no water hitting the lake. It's not raining. Hey, we've got bacon burning. Look at them bad boys. Oh, beautiful. Give it a couple more minutes. Bacon rolls today. No fish. We're midday. I'm halfway through the session. No fish. Looking pretty bleak, isn't it? But I've seen a kingfisher, so now all I need is just one carp to make the vlog, and happy days. But I'm going to eat my dinner, put the kettle on, have a wash up, and yeah, hopefully bring you back with a fish, because 2 blank vids in a row, you'll be clicking the unsubscribe button or be getting thumbs down. Why not? But never mind, it is what it is. And there we have it, a couple of well burnt, lightly filled bacon rolls. Happy days. What I've done is I brought the right hand rod in to check for like cray damage on the maggots or anything like that. They've not been touched, absolutely fine, but I didn't want to go re-chuck back over that spot just in case there is fish there, so I've decided to put it in a bit closer to the right hand side here, not quite in the edge, sort of like down the second shelf. So I've now got that one there is in the edge in about, I would guess, 8 feet of water. The middle rod I know is in 16 feet of water, and I'm guessing the right hand one is in about 12. So I'm covering 3 lines of patrolling if the fish are even moving. But I haven't seen any signs to show me fish are moving. I've seen no like line lifting or nothing like that. No indications whatsoever. But it's like 1 o'clock now, so I've got 3 hours before I need to be out the gate, because you've got to be out the gates at 4. So I've probably got 2 and 3/4 hours by the time I've packed away. hopefully we get something. But like I say, if I don't, I'm not coming in this swim again. I'm going to move and try something else somewhere else, because this could have been a lucky fish, couldn't it? I thought that last video, and I'm thinking even more this video, but all it takes is one rod to pull up tight and my opinion will totally change. But until then, it was a one and done, this swim. Drastic measures have been taken. I've moved. I'm no longer in the spot I was on. In fact, I'm no longer even on the lake I'm on. I'm back on the old lake, or the main lake, what you want to call it. I'm just spinning around. I've come straight back to that stump peg. I've got 2 hours left. So here's a familiar sight. I'm not set up for this peg at all today. Still got the fluoro line on. I've not got time to change spools around and re-rig all the rods up. I've just chucked those 2 rods, the left and middle, out as far as I can get it. I'm about 2/3 of the way across. I'm about 10-15 yards short of where I'd like to be fishing, but they've got 2 small bags of maggots on, purely because I've made them small for casting. This one here is out in that ripply water that's showing on the lake. I walked to the next swim up there, walloped it, and then walked the line back. So I've spread me rods. So yeah, we've had a move. Something to pick up on this: if you don't feel where you are and it doesn't feel right, move. I'm sitting there and I'm just looking, and it looks absolutely dead, completely dead. I don't think I was going to catch a fish there, and I thought, I've got 2 hours left. I can't get out for at least 2 weeks before I fish now. Had a quick walk around and I saw the main lake looks more appealing than the long lake today, so chucked the gear in the van, drove round, got the rods out now. It's nearly 2 o'clock. I've got about an hour and a half, so I'm going to get the kettle on, hope a rod goes off. Right, I'm going to put you lot there. Hopefully a bobbin pulls up tight and we catch some kind of fish for this vlog. Yeah, clutching at straws now. I don't want 2 blanks in a row really, if I can help it, so I've made the effort, I've moved. It's only took a few minutes. Rods are all out. I didn't bother filming casting them out. You've seen me cast that loads of times. I've literally just thrown them out, fresh bags of maggots on, rigs are all fine, they're fishing. It's time for a cup of tea now, and yeah, keeping my fingers crossed. Well, at least I've caught the robin. Whether we catch a carp now or not is a different matter. It's one of those days. I think I'm chasing my tail today. I've wrote that other swim off in that lake though, definitely. So I've roughly got 45 minutes left. I've come up with, I'm just going to put a stick on the maggot rig, not maggots on the actual bag, one of my yellow sticks, and launch it as far that way as I can, because with a bag of maggots I just can't reach the range what I want, especially this fluorocarbon line. This is the smallest stick I've got, so I'm just going to wallop it out, because I know I need to be further out than what I am, so I'm just not going to catch. So let's see how well this fluoro casts, shall we? That's a bite. It worked alright on one rod. It's got to be worth a go on the other rod. Beautiful. I think I'm going to catch now already. I think that could do a bite. The old helicopter there coming through. Wonder where that's going then. I think it's going into land. Let me just walk across the roadway here. I can follow it. It's not something you see every day, is it? We're away. Thought that would do a bite. I knew I wasn't far enough out. swimming along. It's not really fighting, it's just kiting. Don't think it's a big one. But it's a bite, which is more than I would have got if I'd have stayed where I was. Started going a bit crazy under the tip now, so you know it's not a big fish when they do that. And that has saved the blank. He's not a big fish, he's a very angry one, but he's a lovely scaly one as well, aren't you? A bit damaged to your mouth this side. Look at that, what a beautiful fish. Angry though, got damaged both sides of its mouth, so it's obviously been hooked and lost recent-ish. Oh, I'll just get the carp care kit and treat that. I'll just spin it round, show you the other side, and then I'll get him treated up. Steady, easy now. I can see my hook hold here, but it's been caught on its barbule by something else. So you've been hooked and you got away with it, but you didn't get away from me, did you? Happy days. Right, I'll get him treated up and we'll get him back. Steady. Just while you're there, let's give you some of that, you might jump. Chill. Let's give you a bit more. Right, that's treated you that side. Just give him a bit on there. Got a bit of a mark there. Come on, open up. Right, then we'll just see it roll you over. You can see it's got damage there. It's not the best filming, so I'm more worried about treating the fish really than filming. Let's give you a bit on there as well. There you go, mate. You've obviously caught that somehow. Right, I'm going to get him back. I very much doubt he's going to take any going back whatsoever because he was angry and wanted to not come in to start with. A beautiful fish though. Right, I think you're ready. Thank you very, very much. Well, that was lucky because it's literally like 3:20. I've got maybe 10 minutes left. Don't know how good the filming was showing you treating the fish, etc. But to be honest, it wasn't about me recording then. That was more make sure the fish's sores get treated and it gets back safely. I could see my hook hold had a little tear in it, so the first bit I treated was the hook hold, but it's barbial where it was caught. Don't really know how it's done that. It can't be anything I've done, because if I'd have pulled out and hooked onto that, I would have just ripped straight out the barbial and I'd have lost the fish. So don't know, it's damaged it somehow. Fairly recent though, but both bits are treated. The fish has gone back. I'm going to start slowly getting packed away now, because I've got to be out the gate in about half an hour. But yeah, that was the rod. I said as soon as it landed, that's a bite. Purely I knew I wasn't far enough out. I just hadn't got far enough for the bag of maggots, so the stick changing it and recasting has caught me. The fish saved the blank, put a fish on the video for you lot. What a difficult last couple of sessions here. But anyway, I'm going to start getting packed up. If there's anything else I'll show you. If not, I'll see you for an outro. And there we have it, one solo loam rod that's got all the time it takes me to fold the cradle up, pack the waist sling away and walk back down and pick it off the stand. It's got that long to go. Well, that's a wrap. That's the end of another vlog. Glad I moved lakes. I think if I'd have stayed where I was, there would have been no fish in this vlog. Sorry it's been a drawn out one to get a fish, but we've managed to fish on the vlog, which was a lovely pretty fish, wasn't it? I'm not out for maybe 2.5 weeks now. That won't affect you. Like, you'll still get your Saturday video, and I think you'll get a Wednesday one as well. So the next time I get out will probably be nearly the end of February, but you'll see this probably at the end of February, because I'm about 2 weeks in front. So remember, if you do like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you like what you've seen on this video or some of the others, don't forget to subscribe. For anyone who's going out fishing anytime soon, good luck. Hope you catch the one you're after. And all that's left now is for me to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time I'm out and about.